One follower was asking that question, if the purpose of life is to live. Because on YouTube, Facebook, and all these channels, many people state that thing, which they maybe caught from a guru, from an enlightened, from a wise person, from a saint, from a philosopher. I don't know where these statements come from. But what I only can say from my experience was when I heard this statement the very first time, the purpose of life is only to live, I felt negatively triggered because it was too poor, too undifferentiated. And that's why really I have to differentiate it. Because when you only reduce it, that the purpose is to live only, means to live however a person wants. Let's just take this example. Life is that every person on the whole planet can live as he wants, as she wants. And directly we can see a limitation, because then we have to throw each and every person in a cell or on a different planet. Because if everyone just lives and does what he wants, people would harm each other too much. And this brings us to the main problem, the definition of living. Of course, the statement basically that the purpose of life is living is not bad per se, but here living has to be defined in right ways, or has to come to any conclusion. We must find premises under which this purpose of life can be possible for, of course, everyone. Actually, this understanding of the purpose of life is just living can be done when each and every person would be ethically good. But it's not the case. And again, we come to all the problems which the current world, which the current politics, which all religions and all societies always had. Not all people are ethical good, and so it doesn't work to say purpose of life is just to live. Maybe we can try to find solutions to increase the way to get all people ethical good, but it never worked. It was actually the task of all religions. And still they try, and all the philosophies, but actually they failed all. Throughout thousands of years, no religion ever was able to educate their people so that each and everyone became ethical good. So teaching ethics can't be the solution. There must be another solution. Here I could state something. It's not stating. There is already evidence that current research, not from esoteric area, not from religion, not from any other area which were failing, psychology and neuroscience could figure out that in long term, meditators automatically gain ethical qualities, automatically become ethical better. There is research on that in longitudinal studies, that from time to time, people automatically get ethical better just through meditation, not through reading ethics, not through getting taught ethics, not through gaining knowledge, just through silent meditation. That is one aspect. That may be one way to make all people ethical good, that at the end, we can say purpose of life is to live. Now let's just set the assumption, if we were already ethical good and all people are already ethical good. Let's take the assumption for another investigation. For an investigation to just live as people want to do. Just run, drive, fly everywhere we could go. Let's take the example, someone leaves even this world. We can go everywhere on this world. We are so free because the purpose is to just live, and many people love traveling. And now the person has traveled through the whole world, still is not happy, wants to leave the world and wants to go on a space shuttle, go to the moon or somewhere else. Just let's take this example. Here there is only the limitation And let's say that there's enough money and everything is so that people can go even on the moon, everyone. But there is a limitation which already the first man on the moon revealed by accident, actually. Of course, on the moon, they were presenting themselves, they were taking photos, they were taking videos, showing the moon, showing pictures, videos, taking everything to show the world how it is. But on the back way, in the shuttle, Armstrong, the famous guy called as first man on the moon, said to his crew, that was all there is, or that is all there is, something like that. So he saw the moon with his crew, and he was kind of disappointed. He has reached even the moon, which at that time in the 1960s, no other person on this world has ever reached. And still nowadays, most people have not reached yet. But he was not happy. So he has reached that, but happiness was lacking. Is there all there is? That can't even be the purpose. Of course, it was his purpose because they said it's your purpose, but then he was disappointed, saying, oh, that was all. And this, again, doesn't bring the humankind forward, can't be really the purpose. When disappointment is there, people can even get bad again, forgetting ethics, going in bad habits, because whenever disappointment is there, of course, not as first reaction, if the person is developed, maybe he's a meditator, or maybe he has just read ethics and thought about ethics. And even this can happen that a person, of course, the more intelligent ones, they read something about ethics and automatically behave good. Okay, this person, let's state, has read ethics and is good. But after a while, it can happen that the disappointment is so big, the person gets depressed. It's interesting on the one hand to say, okay, the purpose is to just live. Then, okay, what is living? For most people, living is to live on the outside world, to explore everything, to explore the whole world, to travel. But wherever they reach, they are not happy. I have seen many people, non-spiritual people, as well as spiritual people, seeing so many countries, but still seeking something and not fulfilled through traveling all these countries. And even the man on the moon, same problem. So then again, now really I must ask a question. Can then be the purpose of life just living? And again, we come to the conclusion, it is the view how living is defined. Because for most, even for many spiritual people, living is defined as exploring the world, including the moon for some. But that can't be the whole purpose. So there is something else. So the actual living must be somewhere else than just seeing all countries from the whole world. And still there is a need in the people to seek and to search for more. And until this need is not fulfilled, these people are still kind of restless. And actually, the restlessness is disturbing some. Actually, the thing here is we should calm, because when the person is calm, the mind gets clearer, and with a clearer mind, people can think of purpose or think of what they have already explored and what are the results. It is good to reflect over that and not to plan the next journey and the next journey and the next. And it will be a never-ending, restless journey through the life. And exhausting, of course, and depressing when again and again disappointment is in each and every country. So the people finally should come to an end with their outer journeys. And meditators know already at the inner journey what they define as life. And it's not only about calming, it's not only about inner peace, these are just by effects. But that is the only place where the humanity was not seeking. most of them were not watching even inside of themselves. They try to watch in others, yes, but they always forget that thing, what is inside of the own psyche or the own consciousness. So they try to explore the whole universe or something else, but they forget the very simplest thing in life. And paradoxically, then it happens that this soul gets restless because this soul wants to be seen, wants to be explored. But the people are running more and more outside. When they are running more and more outside, far away from themselves, believing that the life is somewhere there, then of course mentally problems arise, other pain arises, even disorders in worst case, from always being restless, seeking for something different, something better, a new place. But the actual place is inside. And that's why, again, meditation is the solution. It's not that just only the neuroscience now says, oh, we have good meditation results here on our fMRI printouts, whatever they can do with the machines nowadays. It's also, again, evidence that you can try on yourself to go on journeys and to explore the whole world. I tell you, you will not be satisfied at the end. And you will wonder you have wasted whole your money for traveling, and finally you got even more restless instead of finding any result and finding any what some people call life or living. Actually, there was something said in the Bible. I didn't wanted to mention that because I said the religions had never reached that goal of bringing the happiness to the people, making them ethically good, whatever. But there was one thing, the word life was used again and again in the Bible. Even Jesus said, I am the life, but from the view that he is God at the same time. And here we must also have this esoteric view saying God is consciousness, higher consciousness. And then we can understand that when Jesus, who was enlightened, it says that he is life, then of course this consciousness is life. So again, to get the access to this higher consciousness, or the, with religious words again, union with God, meditation is the solution. Now we went 3 ways: the neuroscientific way, then the journey traveling way, even till the moon and back. And we tried what religions and philosophies have explored thousands of years ago. And in each and every exploration I tried here is, it always comes back that meditation is the purpose and not life per se, or life has to be defined in certain ways and has to figure out what is actually life. And as it is defined in Bible, it is the connection with God, the true life, or as shown with the other things, that what people call life is limited and has to be corrected. And then one can say only the purpose of life is just to live. Otherwise, this sentence really doesn't make sense. Hope this could help. Have a good time. See you soon. Bye.